Namaskar. Welcome to this edition of News Bulletin. In the headlines today, have a steely resolve to meet future challenges. Mr. Deepak Chatraj, CEO, exhorts RSP Collective. The future of the steel plant belongs to you, says CEO RSP to the newly promoted Assistant General Managers. Fond farewell accorded to senior officers and employees on superannuation. Now, the news in detail. Have a steely resolve to meet the future challenges. Mr. Deepak Chatraj, CEO, exhorted the employees on 1st July while visiting the departments of Rourkela Steel Plant RSP that have registered a remarkable performance in the month of June. He was accompanied by Mr. Rajveer Singh, ED P&A, Mr. Gautam Banerjee, ED Works, Mr. D.K. Mahapatra, ED MM, Mr. A. Bhaumik, GM in charge projects, Mr. P. Nigam, GM F&A, and other senior officials of RSP. The CEO met and interacted with employees as well as senior officers of Special Plate Plant, Plate Mill, Production Planning and Control, Hot Strip Mill, Cold Rolling Mill, Silicon Steel Mill, New Plate Mill, Pipe Plants, Traffic and Raw Material, Steel Melting Shop 1 and 2, Blast Furnace 5, Power and Blowing Station, Sintering Plant 1, 2 and 3, Ore Bedding and Blending Plant, Coke Ovens and Captive Power Plant 1. He congratulated the collective for putting in its best efforts and meeting the ABP targets. Mr. Chatraj emphasized upon the need of new thoughts and ideas for further improving the productivity and quality of products. The CEO also urged everyone to be well prepared to face the monsoon challenges as to meet the set ABP targets and maintain the production and profit trend. In his congratulatory remarks, Mr. Banerjee commended the sincere efforts of the RSP fraternity that has led to an improved performance. All the employees in return conveyed their readiness to meet the future challenges. The future of the steel plant belongs to you, said Mr. Deepak Chatraj, CEO, Rourkela Steel Plant RSP, to the 25 newly promoted Assistant General Managers of the plant, while presenting them the promotion orders in a function organized at CEO Conference Hall on 1st July 2019. Mr. Rajveer Singh, ED P&A, Mr. Gautam Banerjee, ED Works, Mr. D.K. Mahapatra, ED MM, and many other senior officers were present. Speaking further on the occasion, Mr. Chatraj said that the plant has very high expectations from the new AGMs as they have been chosen to take up higher responsibilities. Elaborating about the challenging period through which the company is passing now, the CEO said that the employees have got very high potential and they have to match the expectations of the organization. Mr. Chatraj also emphasized on some thrust areas like safety, cost of production, quality, and project's completion. Introspect and work hard for a better future for yourselves as well as for the organization, he stressed. In his address, Mr. Rajveer Singh exhorted the elevator executives to be creative, innovative, and enhance their competencies. Elaborating about the difference between a successful and an unsuccessful person, Mr. Gautam Banerjee said that a successful person sets a target, and continuously chases it, in spite of all hindrances, till he achieves it. Mr. D.K. Mahapatra, EDMM, urged the executives to take up new assignments and learn new skills so as to grow as a professional. Mr. N.K. Samantrai, GM, MM Purchase, and Mr. A.K. Chakraborty, GM, SMS2, also spoke on the occasion. The promoted executives expressed their thankfulness to CEO and other senior officers for choosing them for the elevation. Mr. Somdat Tripathi, Assistant Manager Personnel OD, coordinated the program. The senior officers and employees who superannuated from the company's service were accorded fond farewell in different functions held on 29 June. In a function held in CEO Conference Hall, Mr. Rajveer Singh, ED P&A, presented service certificate and gift to Mr. Rahman Khan, GM P&A. Present on the occasion were Mr. Gautam Banerjee, ED Works, Mr. D.K. Mahapatra, ED MM, several general managers and other senior officers of RSP. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Rajveer Singh said that Mr. Khan is an expert of matter related to land management and LDPs. He also described Mr. Khan as a great team man and an effective leader. The senior officers wished him a happy and peaceful post-retirement life. Mr. Khan on his part said that he is privileged to work with SAIL RSP. Mr. Khan further added that he got the opportunity to work with very talented people and has learned a lot from them. He also thanked SAIL RSP as well as his senior and junior colleagues for their unstinted support. In a similar function organized at ED Works Conference Hall, Mr. Gautam Banerjee presented service certificates and gifts to Mr. Sharat Kumar Jain, DGM Shops, Foundries, Mr. Dipankar Mahapatra, DGM SMS1, Mr. Satya Prakash Patnaik, DGM, Coke Ovens, and wished him very best for the next phase of life. In Finance and Accounts Department, Mr. P. Nigam, GM F&A, presented the service certificates and token gifts to Mr. Surendra Kumar Agarwal, DGM F&A. Several senior officers and employees of the department were present on the occasion. The superannuating officers were also given grand farewell in their respective departments. In all, 42 employees, including executives up to the grade of senior manager, were accorded a warm farewell in a function organized at Civic Center. The spouses of the employees were also present on the occasion. Mr. Ashish Chakraborty, GM Quality, was the chief guest on the occasion and presented gifts and service certificates to the superannuating employees. Mr. C.G. Ramalingam, DGM Personnel, was the chief guest of Mr. C.G. Ramalingam, DGM Personnel, was the guest of honor. Mr. S. Bodapanda, Senior Manager Personnel, was the master of ceremony. With this, we come to the end of this edition of News Bulletin. Namaskar.